Alright, time for a tough one. Let's talk about cutting. Now, why do people do this? There's 3 reasons. Self-worth. They're our old wounds, the things that people have said to us in the past, bits that we've made our identity. Then we've got pain. They're our current problems, our fears, our anxieties. Finally, trauma. They're the past pains, the self-worth over time, things that we've just let fester and fester and fester. Now, I don't want to go into why people do this. I don't want to go more into that psychology. We'll do that in another video. Right now, this video is how to support somebody going through self-harm right now. These are the things that we can do straight away to help them in their pain. So, first of all, when and how do they do this? That's what we need to find out. We need to find out when they've done it in the past. Where have they been? What's been going through their head? What room are they in even? If they're at school, are they going off just onto the oval? Are they going into the classrooms when no one's in there? Are they sneaking into the toilet? Are they doing it in class time? When are they doing it? If it's at home, what time of the day? Is it at night? Is it in the afternoon? Which room are they in? Again, how are they doing it? What implements are they using? Where are they getting these things from? How can we start to eliminate some of these opportunities and give them a better idea, another option, more ways to support them? We don't want to just take away these things that are negative that have been helping them hold together. We need to replace that with something positive. We need to replace it with time. Now, when we're finding out the how and the when, we just need to be open to asking them questions. We need to be willing to dive in. We literally need to find out when they're tempted so that we can take that away and replace it, like I said, with something positive. So when do we even talk to them about this? Now, I think, first of all, we should be talking about this all the time. It should be as often as possible. Now, the best way to start this is that first opportunity. If they mentioned it in passing, however it comes up, jump on that. As soon as we have that first conversation, then we can just push and we can bring it up until we've normalized it and can talk about this on a much deeper level. That's the game. That's the trick we're playing. That's how we're going to help them overcome this behavior. Now, the easiest way to do this is when they come up with a joke. I had a boy in the high school. He'd literally bring this up 2-3 times a week, sometimes 5 times a day. Every time that he'd make a joke or say something in passing, I had a go-to phrase. I began to ask him, have you got a plan? How often do you think about this? When are you going to do it? By asking these things continually, he began to just literally know what was coming. He'd roll his eyes the second that it slipped out of his mouth. It literally made it a joke. It made it something that was lighter. It made it something that really dug into how he was feeling, what was going on. It was a perfect bridge, a perfect way to get rid of that gap, a perfect way to get him to open up. That's what we're going for. Again, we want to normalize these discussions. We want to bring it up so often that they can't help but go deeper. They can't help but tell us why. They can't help but open up and spill exactly what's going on in their mind and in their heart. Now, from these conversations, we're able to build them up. We're able to, as I was alluding to before, we're able to start to offer some other ways to cope. If it's all about just having someone hear them, we can start to be that ear. If it's about taking away that pain, maybe we can get them to go to the gym and work out. These are things that you can Google and figure out later. Right now, these are the ways that I want you to support people. We want to give them love. They need to know that people care. We need to give them attention. They need to know that people are there for them, are here for them right now. We need to give them affection. Some of these people, they crave some touch. Other ways to do this are gifts. If we can give people something as a memory, if we know they're cutting in their room and we give them a little statue or something in their room, something that they like, something that reminds them of us, hopefully when they get into these desperate situations, they can look at that and just remember that somebody is there, somebody does care. Even if physically there's distance, they can just know that these people are thinking about them, that you're thinking about them. Another thing that we can do is just serve them. If we see them having a hard day, make their lunch. If we can tell that the chores are too much right now and they're our child, back the chores off. There's many, many ways to serve these people. Again, we're just trying to show that we care. We're trying to lighten the load for them. because we don't want them doing the other things to try and lighten the load themselves. Now, this one sounds really, really counterintuitive, but boundaries. If we put boundaries in, it shows again that we care in the most deep way possible. It shows that we care so much that we're willing to have the arguments, to have the pushback. Boundaries, every single time. Now, if you want to go deeper on how to show that love, to show that attention, to show that affection, to use gifts and to use service, there's a great blog that I've written on that at childrenare.com/blogs. Just search 5 love languages in the top, in the menu bar. You'll find that easy. I might even link it down in the description. From here, I just want to tell you a couple of stories real quickly about some people that I've had these issues with and that we've been able to support in different ways. Now, actually, I've just got one story, and it didn't go well. The team that I was working with in this house, they just missed things over and over. This was one of the most difficult cases that the company had at the time. And the girl had just constant issues, all kinds of different things. There'll be many, many different things that come from this one house. Now, this is my first shift. I did some double up shifts before, which means that I'm in there with another worker. But this is my first shift on my own. And the first thing that I find, glass all over the floor in the cupboard. People had been hopefully sweeping the house, but they hadn't been opening just the cupboard. She managed to get her hand on a glass pasta sauce bottle. It was a bottle, wasn't it? And they didn't know where it went. They didn't know what had happened. I literally just opened the cupboard one day, sweeping the floor, swept out the floor and went to mop, and just heard the glass. As soon as that happened, I'm like, well, where else is this glass? I walked off into her bathroom. I think I found 2 or 3 different pieces. And some of them literally had blood on them. This is someone we knew had these kind of issues. That exact same day, she actually ended up finding a couple of cords, tying them around her neck. I had to literally call the police because she was screaming and asking for scissors. You know what? I'm going to leave this story for now. The point is, show that you care. And tomorrow I'm going to make a video on how to work better in a team. How to literally make sure that we're supporting the people around us together. This will help you if you're in a team working in youth work, working in a school in a different department. Hopefully it'll help you as well if you're working at home and have co-parents. Whether that's people that have your children long term or for extended little breaks for you, or whether it's literally like a divorced couple with 2 different households for these poor children. I really hope that this has helped. I hope the end right now hasn't been a bit of a rant. I know it probably was, but I'll break into this story another time. Tomorrow I'll be literally talking about these teams. I guess the point of my story was just be careful. Look out. Use your intuition. That intuition is going to save you 9 out of 10 times. Bold statement, but give it a go. Good luck.